Sometimes as dads, we get home, we just don't have it. It's not there. We don't feel it. And what does it look like to push through that, to rely upon the discipline? And that's going to come from understanding how important that role is.
Hey, so earlier you were talking about traveling and a career, and so I know for most guys, we're thinking about our career. Um, so what would you say to that as a dad is trying to pursue his career, but he's also trying to lead his family? So how do you reconcile the two, especially if you have a career that is putting you out on the road and
Yeah.
away from your family? What's your
Yeah,
thoughts on that?
as I think through men in the home, two big aspects of our roles are protector and provider, and and I think we should provide for our family the basic needs: food, shelter, and clothing. Um, but so often I think we try to provide for them at the expense of us, and so that we try to provide for them private school and to live in a particular neighborhood and to drive a nice car and have nice things, and we go above and beyond, and yet we're not present. And so it's I would say like protector, provider, and present. And, those are things that we have to be. And so we're figuring out what does that look like, and the Bible's not explicit. It doesn't say how often you need to be home. A 40-hour work week is a man-made human construct. It's not a biblical idea. I mean, people in the Bible would leave for seasons at a time and come back. I just think in the bigger problem today for men is when we're home, we're not home. Like we're checked out. It's that transition from the office into the house. And so sometimes you just got to sit in the driveway and pray and say, Lord, I'm about to walk in there and I'm going to go from one job to the next. I'm going from my job that paid me to the more important job of fatherhood. Can you help me transition well? Help me to be all in. Help me to ask engaging questions. And sometimes as dad, we get home, we just don't have it. It's not there. We don't feel it. And what does it look like to push through that, to rely upon the discipline? And that's going to come from understanding how important that role is, that truly like somebody's destiny, somebody's adulthood is in your hands, and we want to make sure that we raise them well. But yeah, provider is an important aspect of fatherhood. Just make sure that it's not at the cost of being present.
Yeah, and I think especially with all the distractions we have from our phones now, for me, I just keep going back to the vision that I have for my family and the vision, for my children. What you were talking about earlier, to know the Lord and all of these, train them up, and all of these things. And when I focus on that, then I'm like, okay, I do need to spend some time with not just spend some time with them, but I want to fully be there for my kids. But on a practical level, I had to start turning my phone off, man. I didn't have enough
Mm.
willpower to not jump on my phone. And, I'd tell myself, oh, I just need to look this up real quick,
Yeah.
and I'm gone.
Bro, I get it. I mean, and that's going to resonate with a lot of people. Put it in another room, turn it off. Man, I've bought my wife, like I'm a gift giver. That's my love language is gifts, and so you give to others what you want. And I will buy my wife anything, and just kind of as I worked in corporate America and have done different things. I mean, I bought her a house. We built an Escalade once upon a time. Cars, anything, and the gift that I've given her that she just wept at. I mean, I'm talking hysterical tears, wept, was a box that I bought, and I cut in a hole in the top and I put a padlock on it. And I gave her the key, and the hole in the top was for my phone. And I just said, when I walk in the house, I'm gonna put my phone in this box and you have the key. And I mean, she wept, bro. And it was the greatest gift I've ever given her. She would tell you if I went and asked her, she would tell you today that was the greatest gift she's ever gotten. Now, full transparency, we don't use it anymore, but the struggle is real, and that's something that's convicting for me. I've got to do better there, and I do better in some seasons than I do others.
Hey, thanks for watching that video and all the other videos that we put out. My name is Blake Brewer, founder of The Endurance. Fathers, it's getting harder and harder to lead our children. There's more distractions, more competing voices in the world than ever before, which is why we're putting out a free virtual event August 5th, and I want to invite you guys to join us. It's called Fathering in Unprecedented Times, One Simple Strategy with a Huge Impact. I can't wait to share with you guys the inspiring story of my dad's tragic death, how I tried to save him, but the one amazing action that my dad took that changed my life forever. I'm now doing it with my kids. I'm trying to help as many dads as I can do it with their kids. And so it doesn't matter how old your kids are, if you have toddlers, if they're out of the house, and if you're a grandpa now, this night is for you. I think you'll really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. I'd love to see you there. The link is in the bio. You can register. And if you can't make it that night, don't worry. All registered participants will get a link for an on-demand viewing. So I'm excited to see you guys Wednesday, August 5th, 8 p.m. Central.